Night 2 of the Superstar Shakeup is tonight, and SmackDown lost some names last night, but it was a great night for SmackDown because they lost a lot of names that were pretty much holding the show back. Guys like Baron Corbin, guys like Jinder Mahal, some very shitty wrestlers who were being pushed who killed SmackDown. So to me, this is SmackDown and Raw are starting Season 3 tonight. I guess last night was the start of Season 3. Season 1, almost a new era in WWE. The new brand split was the draft in 2016 when they did the draft. And those 8 months up to the Superstar Shakeup, which was a year ago, the first Superstar Shakeup, that was Season 1. Season 2 was the Superstar Shakeup, which was after WrestleMania all the way here to after WrestleMania, 2 weeks after. That was Season 2. So I think for Season 1, SmackDown was awesome. They crushed Raw. Season 1, Raw sucked. It was Stephanie McMahon all over that time. But SmackDown was just awesome around that time. SmackDown destroyed Raw. Season 2, Raw got better because Stephanie wasn't on TV barely any of last year. And it wasn't very good, but it improved a lot just because of that. And SmackDown went to hell because Jinder Mahal became champion and SmackDown became unwatchable. So Raw had the better Season 2. Season 3, again, Raw, they consumed a lot of SmackDown's weaker talent last night, as I said, and I think SmackDown is in position for a better run. So AJ Styles came out. He wants to fight Nakamura, but then Rusev and Aiden English interrupt him, who are still being pushed as heels, and they have a match, but AJ wins by DQ after Aiden English runs in after Rusev would have tapped out. But then Daniel Bryan makes a save, and they do Paige backstage, and I think Paige is terrible. I mean, she's doing the whole Teddy Long thing. I just think she's cringeworthy. She looks horrible. By the way, she gained weight. We know that. She gained some weight. But, her face is... Something's wrong. It's I think it's from all the coke she was fucking snorting. She looks horrible. I hope they take her out of this role. She sucks. I think she's awful. Please don't bring back Del Rio. Please no. Please no. So they're back in the ring, and Shawn Benjamin comes out, and he starts talking about he wants competition. He rips Chad Gable. So I don't know. I think Benjamin's in trouble here. He's just going to be enhancement talent. So he was going to face Randy Orton, but then Jeff Hardy comes out and interrupts him. So Jeff Hardy is on SmackDown now. It's Jeff Hardy and Shawn Benjamin. Hardy wins. Man, this match was... 2018. They used to have matches like this in 2004, 2004. Remember those times, Jeff Hardy and Shawn Benjamin? Man, those are some... things are better. So, they do a backstage stage segment with The Miz, and he's talking about Daniel Bryan, and he actually did the promo with his baby and Maurice. Maurice was there, and their new daughter. So, I think what's going to happen is I think they're going to actually build up to The Miz and Maurice against Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, maybe even at SummerSlam. And I'm sure they're going to build up Cena and Nikki, and they're going to talk about how they're going to split Bryan and Brie and stuff like that. I think that's the next match. And maybe in... Who knows? Maybe we see the first ever baby match. Miz and Maurice's daughter against Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella's daughter. Birdie versus... I forget. I don't even remember what Miz and Maurice named her, but... Maybe we see that. So... they go to Jey Uso and Luke Harper, and this was a weird match. It was just a squash match, and then after the match, they were going to kill the Usos, and then Naomi comes out, and she jumps in front of Jimmy Uso, who's her husband. It was just awkward. I don't know if they're going to have them as a couple now on TV, because they never really acknowledged their relationship on TV before, so I don't know what they're doing there, but that was okay. Harper and Rowan get the squash, and they also announced Absolutions on SmackDown, so it was a switch. I predicted that last night. Riot Squad for Absolution. 3 Riot Squad members are on Raw, and you have Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are on SmackDown. So Sin Cara was out, and his opponent is Samoa Joe. So SmackDown now has Samoa Joe. You have Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe. You lose Baron Corbin and Jinder Mahal. So you switch those 2 spots. Yeah, SmackDown is going to kick ass now. Joe squashes him. He cuts a really good promo. He cuts a promo on Roman Reigns. So really, it was a fun promo by Joe. It was a little bit too much, and that voice went a little bit too over the top, but it was a fine promo. So I see him losing to Reigns, obviously, at Backlash. I think Reigns is winning the title at the Rumble, and then he's going to beat Joe 1 week later at Backlash. That's how I see it going. they announced Sanity is coming to SmackDown. So there's another big signing. And then in the back, they have Daniel Bryan talking to Renee Young, and then he's interrupted, however, by Big Cass. Big Cass makes like Daniel Bryan's short, so Big Cass on SmackDown. I hope they don't push this bum. I think Big Cass sucks. I do. Oh man, I think he sucks. He was good with Enzo, but I don't like him at all. I think he's no good. Okay, so here's where the show went down. So you have Carmella comes out and she cuts a horrible promo, just a terrible promo about her victory. She's awful. She's over the top. This was starting to remind me of that Alexa Bliss Bayley promo, that This Is Your Life promo. And, man, she is just awful. I hated this fucking promo. It went on forever, and she's over the top. And they want to push her. Like, they love their blonde girls. I know they want, they love Alexa Bliss. They love Charlotte Flair. Mandy Rose is going to be their new golden girl in the year. She's going to be their top girl. She'll be their top female star, I think. There's other girls, Carmella I mentioned. They love those blondes. They love their, white blonde girls. That's who they want to push. But please don't push Carmella. She's horrible. Get this belt off her already. I'm already done with her. I don't want to see her anymore. She is horrible. This promo went on forever. She's shitty in the ring. She has nothing. I think they should have just left James Ellsworth with her, and I think he would have helped her. They made a mistake by taking Ellsworth away from Carmella. Carmella is nothing. I don't think she's any good. Her reigns, I already want to see the belt off her. I'm already bored of her as champ. I think she's terrible. And I was happy to see her win last night. God, this promo was fucking garbage. My God. Finally, Charlotte Flair saves us. And she goes after Carmella. I was thinking, all right, who's coming out? Maybe Asuka comes out. Maybe Sasha Banks. Maybe Bayley. Someone's coming from Raw. But Charlotte came out. And she went after, Carmella. She was... wanted her rematch, and then, of course, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce come out, and they cut a bad promo, too. And I liked them, but, man, I didn't like the promo at all. And Charlotte goes after them, and then they start to beat up Charlotte again, but then Becky comes out and makes the save, so I guess a tag team match. And then, but unfortunately, when we come to break, we don't get a tag match. We get Charlotte and Billie Kay, the obvious lesser of the Iconics. They're not calling them the Iconic Duo. They have to call them the Iconics. They're the Iconic Duo. Billie Kay, they're not going to push her, so they had her lose to Charlotte, which is fine, because I don't think they have anything for Billie Kay. I don't think she's that good. Peyton Royce is the girl who they want to push heavily. I think they'll leave them together. I think it's a mistake to split them, but Peyton Royce is their girl. Her and Mandy Rose, both on the same brand. Those are their two new girls. So after that, all of them start to beat up. It becomes 3-on-2. They all beat down Becky and Charlotte. And then who makes the save but Asuka? So Asuka's on SmackDown now. Another big signing for SmackDown. They're just getting everybody. They get Asuka now. They're just crushing Raw. So Raw's women's division is absolutely terrible. They have nothing in that division. You have Ronda Rousey's not going to wrestle like Shwayze. You have Raw's women's division sucks. Who's there now? Nia Jax is your champion. Raw, that division's horrible. I don't know. So they announced Gallows and Anderson are coming to SmackDown, so there's some jobbers. But then they announced the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro coming to SmackDown. That's a big one. That's a surprise. So you have both of those guys on SmackDown. I mean, who else? They're just going to sign everybody? They're going to destroy the whole Raw roster. I mean, who's on Raw's tag roster now? You have the Revival. You have Hardy and Bray Wyatt. Who the hell are they going to feud with? Well, they've buried the Revival. Damn, they ate the whole SmackDown the Raw roster up. I mean, that whole tag division's done. The women's division sucks now. Raw's women's division's horrible. They just killed Raw. Is just trash now. Brock Lesnar, I mean... No, I guess he's winning the belt. So Roman Reigns is going to be a champion. I'm not watching Raw anymore. Fuck Raw. Let's watch SmackDown. I don't want to watch Raw anymore. So then they show the New Day backstage, and R-Truth's there, and he interacts with Ty Dillinger. That's fine. So then they have another major announcement. Oh my God. Andrade Cien Almas is coming to SmackDown. Holy fuck. With Zelina Vega. Yes. Zelina Vega is on SmackDown. Okay, now I will never miss under SmackDown in my life as long as she's on that show. They have Zelina Vega on SmackDown. Fuck yeah. Please wear those pants again. So you have, just insanity. They're just, they crushed them. They took all their talent. And then the main event, you have Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles against Rusev and Aiden English. So this was a long match, and then at the end of the match, they have they did this thing where they set up Big Cass and Daniel Bryan in a feud. Oh my god, I think Big Cass might actually. I don't know if Vince has the balls to do that, but that seems like what they're gonna do. They're gonna have Big Cass beat Daniel Bryan. He was attacking Daniel Bryan, and then the other one, obviously, was Nakamura came out. So he was on the show. He beat up AJ Styles. They're going to continue that rivalry. We all know that. He hits another low blow to AJ Styles. So AJ, I know he has 4 kids, so I don't think it's a big deal anymore to keep hitting him in the fucking balls. But, so after the match, they had Renee Young interview Nakamura and why he did this. He says he does not speak English. I don't know if they're doing a tag match with Nakamura and Big Cass against AJ and Daniel Bryan. But SmackDown, the shakeup was awesome tonight. They are going to have a great show. They absolutely fucking crushed Raw. I'm going to talk about all the ones they got. They got The Miz. They announced that last night. Jeff Hardy, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Samoa Joe, Sanity, which is Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf. So I don't know if Nikki Cross is coming up. Probably not. So no Nikki Cross. Maybe they're going to have to keep her down on SmackDown or on NXT because they have no woman anymore either. So that's too bad for Nikki Cross. But Big Cass, Asuka, Gallows and Anderson, The Bar. So both Cesaro and Sheamus, R-Truth, and they got Andrade Cien Almas from NXT. With Zelina Vega. Okay, so now, just for Zelina Vega, SmackDown destroys Raw. And Raw, to go back to what they got, Jinder Mahal. So let's compare it. Jeff Hardy for Jinder Mahal. SmackDown gets Jeff Hardy. Raw gets Jinder Mahal. Absolution in the Riot Squad, same, nothing much there. Kevin Owens for Samoa Joe. Okay, that's even. Maybe, actually, I'd say Joe. I think he has more momentum right now than Owens, but that's not too far off. You got Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder. SmackDown gets Big Cass. They get Sanity. Then here's a big one for the woman. SmackDown trades basically Natalya, but they get Asuka. So Asuka for Natalya, massive bonus for SmackDown. They get rid of Dolph Ziggler off SmackDown, and they get Andrade Cien Almas. They also get The Bar, and they get rid of... They lose Baron Corbin, which is awesome for SmackDown. They get Joe and just all this talent. Sanity, they have all of Sanity. It's just... SmackDown crushed Raw in the Superstar Shakeup. They absolutely crushed them, and SmackDown's a great show now. And I don't know. I mean, so I think what happened. I think I read something that the official count was Raw got 20 names and SmackDown got 17, but Raw got all like average wrestlers. They got all bombs. They got Mojo Rawley, Bobby Roode, who wasn't much on SmackDown. They got, Mike Kanellis, and Raw and SmackDown gets all this talent from Raw. And they got some big NXT call-ups. They got 4 NXT, 3 from Sanity and Almas. SmackDown absolutely destroys Raw, and the talent on SmackDown is loaded. And SmackDown is back. Raw sucks again. We're back to what this brand split originally was when they first did it back in 2 years ago. So SmackDown absolutely crushes Raw in the Superstar Shakeup.